We live in a world where we are constantly battling our fears, insecurities, and doubts. We build walls around our hearts, thinking that we are protecting ourselves, but in reality, we may be preventing something beautiful from entering our lives. You see, we tend to overthink things. We become obsessed with who we think we should be with, and in doing so, we close ourselves off to the very person that might be the answer to everything we've been seeking. Now, understand this: your partner is not just someone you meet by coincidence. There is a plan, a divine design that is unfolding. Sometimes, we block the very people that God is sending our way because we are too focused on our own idealizations, our own timeline, and our own preconceived notions of who we should be with. But here's the thing: what if the person who is meant for you is right there, waiting, but you can't see them because of the walls you've built? You can't hear them because you're too busy listening to the doubts in your mind. You can't recognize them because you're too caught up in your past failures and disappointments. It's time to let go. Stop blocking the path of what's meant for you. It's time to trust that the person coming into your life is not a mistake. They are a blessing. This person is the one that will help you grow, challenge you, and ultimately make you a better version of yourself. Your partner is not your enemy, they are part of your destiny. So, I challenge you today. Stop holding on to the past. Stop holding on to the fear. Stop pushing away the very person God has chosen and is sending to you. Open your heart, embrace the journey, and allow yourself to be open to the love and connection that you deserve. Too often, we find ourselves trapped in a cycle of fear and insecurity, building walls around our hearts and minds. These walls, though they might feel protective, ultimately isolate us from the very things we need most: connection, love, and meaningful relationships. Fear of rejection, fear of being hurt, and fear of failure all play their parts in shaping the barriers we construct. They stem from past experiences, whether it's heartache, disappointment, or simply the vulnerability of putting ourselves out there. But what we fail to realize is that, by doing this, we are not protecting ourselves, we are preventing the possibility of something better from entering our lives. We block people from getting close to us not necessarily because we don't want them, but because we are afraid of what it might mean to let them in. The more we protect ourselves from potential pain, the more we distance ourselves from growth. The walls we put up are often built on the belief that if we stay in control, we won't get hurt. But in reality, these walls keep out not only the bad but also the good. And the good, the relationships that could change our lives, challenge us to grow, and offer us deep connection, gets lost behind these barriers. What we need to realize is that the process of being vulnerable, of allowing ourselves to trust others, is where true growth occurs. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it requires courage. But without it, we close ourselves off from the very experiences that can transform us. Fear may be a natural response, but it should not define our actions. When we embrace vulnerability, we allow the possibility of love, of real connection, and of the kind of partnership that can enrich our lives in ways we've never imagined. We often approach relationships with the belief that they are random, that we just happen to meet the right person by chance. But the truth is, there's a deeper, more purposeful design at work, one that transcends coincidence. The person who is meant for you is not just someone who crosses your path by accident, they are part of a larger, divine plan that is unfolding right before your eyes. It's easy to get caught up in the belief that things happen on our own timeline, that we should be in control of when and how everything unfolds. However, the reality is that there is a greater force at play, one that knows what we need at the precise moment we are ready to receive it. If we truly understand that our partner is being sent to us, we can begin to shift our perspective. Instead of resisting, doubting, or questioning the timing, we need to trust that everything is happening as it should. God, or whatever higher power you believe in, knows when we are ready for certain lessons, certain challenges, and yes, certain people. Often, the person who is coming into your life is someone who will help you grow, challenge you in ways you never expected, and lead you toward becoming the best version of yourself. They are not a mistake. They are part of your destiny. When we recognize this, it becomes easier to stop trying to force things or rush the process. We start to let go of the unrealistic expectations and the pressure to make everything happen according to our own timeline. Instead, we embrace the idea that the right person will show up when it's the right time, and that when they do, it will be exactly what we need, even if it's not in the way we expected. So often, we have a tendency to idealize what we think a partner should be, creating a mental picture of perfection that is impossible to achieve. We set up these standards based on past experiences, cultural influences, or our own desires that shape who we think we should be with. But the danger in this is that we might miss out on someone who could truly complement us because they don't fit the exact mold we've created. We get stuck focusing on superficial traits, such as physical appearance, career status, or external qualities, while overlooking the deeper qualities that truly matter in a relationship: mutual respect, understanding, growth, and shared values. When we focus too much on idealization, we often fail to recognize the potential of the people in front of us. We might dismiss them because they don't check off every box on our list, but in doing so, we close ourselves off to someone who could offer us everything we need in a partner. Relationships are built on understanding and connection, not on perfection. No one will ever perfectly match the image we've created in our minds, and that's the point. It's about being open to who a person is at their core, rather than getting caught up in an unrealistic vision of what we think a partner should look like. Our tendency to idealize stems from a fear of vulnerability. We create these false ideals as a defense mechanism, hoping to avoid the discomfort of letting someone truly in. But the truth is, when we let go of these expectations and allow ourselves to be open to the possibility that the person in front of us might not be perfect but might be perfect for us, we open the door to deeper, more meaningful connections. It's not about finding someone who fits an ideal, it's about recognizing someone who fits you. Vulnerability is one of the most challenging aspects of human connection, yet it is also one of the most powerful. We often shy away from opening ourselves up to others, fearing that if we do, we will expose parts of ourselves that are imperfect, broken, or unworthy of love. But in truth, it's these very imperfections that make us human, and embracing them is what allows true connection to flourish. When we close ourselves off, we deny not only the potential for love but also the opportunity for growth and mutual understanding. The act of being vulnerable is not a sign of weakness, rather, it is a testament to our strength and willingness to risk, to trust, and to love. Allowing ourselves to be vulnerable is not easy, it requires a level of courage that many people are unwilling to tap into. The fear of being hurt, rejected, or misunderstood can be overwhelming. But what if, instead of protecting ourselves from the potential for pain, we viewed vulnerability as the doorway to the kind of love and connection that transcends superficiality? Vulnerability is the bridge that connects two people in a meaningful way, allowing them to see each other not as perfect, polished versions, but as real, raw individuals who are willing to take the leap of faith and be seen for who they truly are. By embracing vulnerability, we allow ourselves to create relationships that are deeper, more authentic, and more fulfilling. We no longer have to hide behind walls of defense or fear. When we open up to someone else, we invite them to do the same, and together, we create a space where both can grow, evolve, and experience a love that is genuine and transformative. Vulnerability is the key to breaking free from the limitations of fear and embracing the full richness of what love has to offer. Trusting the process of life means surrendering control and embracing the unfolding of events, even when they don't align with our immediate desires or expectations. We often find ourselves pushing, striving, and trying to force things to happen on our timeline. Whether it's in our careers, relationships, or personal goals, we can become obsessed with having everything neatly planned and under our control. But the reality is that life has a rhythm of its own, and sometimes, what we think is best for us isn't always what's actually right for us at the moment. There's a wisdom in surrendering to the process, trusting that things are unfolding as they should, even if we don't understand why or how. This trust is especially crucial when it comes to relationships. We want things to happen quickly, and we often feel anxious or frustrated when the right partner doesn't appear at the moment we desire. But the truth is, when we try to rush or force relationships, we may miss the beauty of their natural progression. The right person may not be ready when we expect them to be, and we may not be ready either. Trusting the process allows us to step back, relinquish our control, and give space for the relationship to develop in its own time. When we stop trying to control every aspect of the relationship, we allow for the possibility of growth and evolution. We open ourselves to new experiences, new connections, and new lessons. Trusting the process also involves patience, the understanding that things unfold when they are meant to, and not a moment before. By allowing this natural flow, we release the anxiety and tension that comes with trying to force something into existence, making room for the partnership that is truly meant for us. As we journey through life, it's easy to get caught up in the need for control, to hold on to our expectations, and to build walls to protect ourselves from pain. But if we truly want to embrace love and connection, we must let go of those barriers. We must trust in the divine timing that is at play and open ourselves to the possibility that the right partner is out there, ready to meet us when we are ready for them. The person who is meant for you is not just a coincidence, but a part of a larger, meaningful plan that will help you grow and become the best version of yourself. Stop blocking the person God is choosing for you. Stop idealizing perfection and start recognizing the beauty in the people who may not fit your mold but align with your soul. Be vulnerable, trust the process, and embrace the journey with patience. In doing so, you create the space for love to enter your life, for true connection to blossom, and for your destiny to unfold in ways you couldn't have imagined. Thank you all for taking the time to listen and reflect on these thoughts. I truly appreciate your openness and your willingness to consider the powerful forces at play in our lives. Relationships and love are not always easy, but they are worth the effort. I hope this message resonates with you, encourages you to trust the journey, and reminds you that the right person is out there, just waiting for you to be ready. Thank you, and may your path be filled with love, understanding, and meaningful connections.